Welcome students to this lesson about factors and multiples. This will be a review of what we were working on last week, and it's going to help prepare us for some work that we are going to do this week. So to begin with, let's just review what that word multiples and factors, what those words multiples and factors mean. So in your math notebook, on the next clean page, make sure you've got a math notebook and a pencil. Let's go ahead and write that word multiples. Now the word multiples, that just means a product of a number. Or product is the answer. Product, almost. The product is an answer in a multiplication problem. So a multiple is a product of a number. For example, let's take the number 3. So we can say that 3 times 1 is 3. We can also say that 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. So 6, we can say, 6 is a multiple of 3. And so is, let's see, so is 9. We can also say that 3, how many 3's is this? 3 times 3 equals 9. So 9 is also a multiple of 3. In fact, if we count by 3's, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, those are all multiples of 3. They're all products of 3. So that's what a multiple is. And last week, that's pretty straightforward. Last week we talked about this newer idea, which is the idea of a factor. Now, a factor is when we break a number down. So if we multiply two numbers and get an answer, those two numbers we multiplied, those are factors. And that's what we're going to review here today, really is what are factors. So in your math notebook here, get ready to do some writing on the next clean page. So the factors of 1. So how can you make 1? Well, here I have 1, right? Obviously, there's 1. And there's only one way to make 1, just with one bead all by itself in this example, but really it's just 1 times 1 equals 1. So in your math notebook, you don't have to write factors of 1 necessarily, you just have factors on the top of your page. But for our notes here, we just want to get used to this idea of recording how to find or how to show the factors of a number. So maybe start by writing a 1 near the top of your page, and then next to that we might write what are the factors of 1? The factors of 1 are 1. So in my page I might write something like this. I might write 1. And I might write, let's see here, I might go ahead and write, just a moment, let me just, let's see here, I might write the factors are 1. And how do I get that? I write 1 times 1 equals 1. It's pretty simple. Next up, the factors of 2. How can I make 2? Well, there's actually 2 ways I can make 2, right? I can make it with 2 1s or 1 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. That's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and write that down in our notebooks too, in our notebook as well. So here we've got 2 this time, and if you want to draw these beads with like a green pencil, that would be just fine, or a crayon if you want. You don't have to, but you might like to kind of liven up your page with some color. And what are the factors? The factors are 1 and 2. And what are the equations to show these factors making 2? 2 times 1 equals 2, and 1 times 2 equals 2. Go ahead and record that in your math notebook. Go ahead and pause if you need to. And how about the number 3? Well, there's only 2 ways to make 3 as well. 1 times 3 equals 3, and 3 times 1 equals 3. 2 ways to make 3. So we can show that here as well, right? Record this in your math notebook. The number 3 can be made 2 ways. 3 times 1 and 1 times 3. And there are 2 factors, 1 and 3. I'm just going to show that to you again. Here they are. So those are factors. These are factors. I'm just going to walk briefly through the factors of 1 through 10, just to make it real clear what this looks like. So how can we make the number 4? There's a few ways. We can multiply 1 times 4. So here's 4 ones equals 4. I can also multiply 2 times 2. So here's 2 2's. That equals 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. And here's just 1 4 all by itself. That also equals 4. So here we can see that 4 has 3 factors. There are 3 numbers that can be used to make 4. 4 times 1 equals 4, 1 times 4 equals 4, and 2 times 2 equals 4. How about the number 5? Well, 5, again, it's kind of like 1, 2, and 3. There's only 2 ways to make it. I can either make it out of 1s or just with the number 5. I can't make it out of 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope. 5 is not a multiple of 2 or 3 or 4. Only way to make 5 is with 1s or a 5. Your math notebook, go ahead and record that as well. So 5 has 2 factors, 1 and 5, and the equations are 5 times 1 equals 5, and 1 times 5 equals 5. How about the number 6? Number 6 has 4 factors, right? There's 4 ways to make this. I can make it with 1s. 1 times 6 is 6. I can make it with 2s. 2 times 3 is 6. I can make it with 3s. 3 times 2 is 6. And I can make it with 1 6. Here are those. Here are those numbers. So there's 6. Has 4 factors. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And there we go. 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 3, and 3 times 2. How about 7? 7 is like 1, 2, 3, and 5. It just has these 2 ways to make it, out of 1s or out of a 7. So we can go ahead and record that in your notebook. And you'll have a chance to record more of this too after the lesson if you need to. Of course, you can always pause it or rewind if you need more time. Factors of 8. You can make it with 1s or 2s or 4s or just 1 8. Here's what that looks like. 1, 2, 4, and 8. And the factors of 9. You can make it with 1s or with 3s or with a 9. Go ahead and record that in your notebook. And lastly, the factors of 10. You can make it with 1s, that would be 10 1s, or with 2s, that would be 5 2s. With 5s, just 2 5s, or with 1 10. And there's a chance to record that as well. 1, 2, 5, and 10 are all factors of 10. So in your follow-on work here, I'm going to show you how to open up it's called the table C, and it's a work that you may have started last year. We're going to review it here, and we're going to use it for some work that we're going to do following this up. So I'm going to go ahead and into Schoology, and I'm going to open up the math folder. This would be the math. This would actually be blue math. And in View Attachments on top here, I see that it says Table C. That's number 1. I'm going to open that up.